Canada's Minister of Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship is in Kitchener today for a citizenship ceremony. Minister Mark Miller dropped by the studio to discuss recent concerns with housing and international students, saying the new cap on international student enrollment is meant to help, but action from all levels of government are needed to make the change. CTV's Colton Weens reports.
It's sort of gotten out of control in the last couple of years.
Canada's Minister of Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship, Mark Miller, making a stop in Kitchener as part of Citizenship Week, taking the time to comment on Conestoga College's recent surge of international student enrollment.
There's been significant underfunding for a really, really long time, that provinces have just not put the money into the educational system that they really should in a country like Canada. And institutions have adapted, like Conestoga.
Conestoga's international student enrollment grew 1,579% in the past 7 years. Conestoga says in an email its increased enrollment over the last 5 years was supported by the federal government. Last year, the college invested over $74 million in student supports and just purchased 8 new housing properties, saying our international allocation will have local impacts, including reduced employment opportunities for local residents.
The other side of things is that often these kids are left without the job that they got a diploma for, and the feeling and sense that sometimes is that they've been tricked into coming to Canada.
From 2022 to 2023, there was a 324% increase in Conestoga's international students seeking asylum. Amidst a housing crisis, the mayors of Waterloo and Kitchener say they work with the college on finding housing for students.
It's of critical importance. I do feel for the universities and the college because they're not being funded right now to build residences for students, and that's I think a big gap.
And I think what it really speaks to is the need for all three orders of government, the federal government, provinces and territories, and municipalities, to actually work together around issues of immigration.
But when the volumes get out of control, the federal government has to use its role, and so does the provincial government.
Miller says the new federally imposed temporary cap for approved study permits should help ease housing affordability and supply in the short term.
And we have to make sure that that is done in the right way. When institutions have more students than some provinces, I think that's a warning signal.
Miller saying the international student system as a whole needs review and, in his own words, to be reined back in. Colton Weens, CTV News, Kitchener.